And welcome once again to Community Viewpoint. I'm John Pawlak, your host, and tonight it's Maria Hurst and myself. We're here together, February 28th. That's another month shot and you know where. It's gone, but not forgotten.
It's been good so far. I mean,
the winds, no. And if you watch the weathercast earlier,
we got some nice rain.
well, we're gonna have some more winds before the end
Yeah.
of the week.
And
So
it was nice and sunny after the
it's gonna
rain.
go up to 70. So before we
That's
know it,
nice.
it's gonna be
Well,
100.
then it'll be like 117.
I'm glad I mentioned that. Helped me mention that. Death Valley, the flowers are starting.
Ooh.
So if you want to start running out there to check out the flowers, are starting to bloom. It's a little bit early, but because of the water we had, the rain and things like that, the flowers are beginning to bloom out there.
We need to get the pictures and talk about when they're doing they have like walks when they do it
Mhm.
with the groups, because last year when we showed the pictures, they were just gorgeous. They were so beautiful.
So
And we'll have to
hearing-
bring the pictures so we can show the viewers maybe in the next couple of weeks.
We'll be hearing more about that. We'll be doing some more photography and send it in like we did last year, the Channel 41 did. And I'll talk to the people from Candace from Death Valley Natural History
Yes.
Association. I'm sure she'll be doing something with that also. And I hadn't planned on it, talking about Death Valley Junction. I saw Marta Beckett on Sunday, and she's doing her sit-down show, and her season will end on Sunday, May 1st. So if you want to go see Marta before the end of the season, she has about 7 or 8 more shows before the season is over with.
Is it just Sundays that she's doing her shows?
It's Sundays at
Sunday
2
afternoons?
o'clock. Yeah,
Okay.
I think it's a better time for everybody, the people visiting her and her because of her advanced age. But it's a sit-down show because she can't dance anymore. But she reminisces and talks about the things in the past, and it's
Learn a lot about the history
oh God, yeah.
of the Amargosa Opera House.
So it's $15 a head, and the show starts at 2 o'clock. They open the doors at 1:30, and so if you want to go see Marta.
And just the painting itself inside the Opera House.
And after the
Talk
show
about
was
that a
over,
little bit.
she did a little bit of question and answers for the guests that were there, and then she exits to the lobby of the motel, and she signs autographs over there. So 2 o'clock on Sundays till May 1st. Their phone number is 760-852-4441 for reservations, or you can go to amargosaoperahouse.com.
They probably
online.
have some pictures of the paintings. The painting. I always like to mention that because it's phenomenal. It's just great.
If you go there, she'll answer the questions on
Yeah,
how long it took her to
it's-
paint that.
Just
And why?
remember, look at the wall of the painting of all the people that are painted on the wall. It's just fantastic.
Yeah, just take Val Vista, goes until you hit the, don't hit the wall. But
Stop at the stop sign, make
Yeah.
a little left. It's
and
right
you're
there.
right there. And then there's also they wanted us to mention this thing too.
Yes, it's a PAC fundraiser. It's called the Spring Fling Cowboy Thing. It is on March 5th, Saturday from 7 to 10 p.m. at the Nugget. They're going to have entertainment, snacks. They're going to have all kinds of entertainment. It's going to start at 7. They're going to have snacks. There's going to be the cloggers. There's going to be an auction. Shaylee and Tiffany are going to have a duet. More of the auction. Calamity Jane's going to be there with Stormy. The Nye County Starlets. Scotty's going to have a solo dance.
Oh,
Then there'll
Liz
be
Scotty?
dessert.
Oh, that's so
I
sweet,
love
yeah.
her. Then a performer named Sherry. Then there'll be the raffle winners, Dan and Vanita. Sorry. Then centerpiece winners, historic Western fashion show, a 50-50 drawing, and Ron and Donna will do a duet, and then a door prize. It sounds like a fun-filled evening. That's a lot in 3 hours.
Mhm.
Sounds good. So don't forget to go to that March 5th, Saturday, 7 to 10. What's the price for that? There's no price on here.
No, there isn't. So
There's an auction and a drawing, so I'm guessing there's probably a nominal admission, and then be prepared to do the auction. We always have great auctions here in town. Every time I hear somebody, every time I've gone, and every time I hear of somebody else that has gone, they've always had a really good experience. They always love the auction, so get some good stuff.
okay. Anything else?
Just talk about this. The artist?
There's an ongoing art project going on over at the Tacoma Artist Group over in Tacoma. The paintings, the drawings they had were so lifelike, and what they did it on was topographical maps, like from the USGS.
Oh, wow.
And I looked real close, and you have all the lines and stuff for the hills and the valleys and stuff in there, and it was fantastic. But
That's cool.
they took topographical maps and they drew on it, and these different you can't really see it too well over there, but it was really interesting. It's something completely different. I never seen anything like that
Is there a
before.
website they can go on to
They can go
check
to
out a preview of it?
TacomaHotSprings.org and to see what is going on over there. There's April 1st through the 3rd. Is it next week? We're going to have them on. Amy's going to be on there with some of the
Okay.
folks. They're going to be having a 3-day music festival out there.
Oh, cool.
So they'll be talking about that.
There's a lot of fun they
next
have
week.
out there.
Yes.
I do want to talk about one more thing, and that is Our Lady of the Valley Catholic Church is going to be having the fish fries every Friday during Lent from 4 to 7. So that's always a really good time.
Every Friday during Lent.
Every Friday during Lent.
Right.
So, and it's on Gamebird, right on the, kind of on the corner of Prump Valley and Gamebird, or Prump Valley and Gamebird,
Close.
I think.
If you
Because if you go Blag, then you make a left, and it'll be right on your right.
If you go down Plum Valley Boulevard until you hit the end of the road.
And then
Don't
just
hit
make
the
a
church.
little right, and then right there.
Yeah.
So that's always good from 4 to 7 every Friday during Lent.
When's Ash Wednesday?
On a Wednesday.
Okay.
I gotta have a calendar.
Yeah, that's good. I didn't catch on
I
that
know
one.
I have seen it on the calendar and I marked it and circled it, but
Okay.
don't ask me the date right now. See what he's doing to me?
We're going to be doing another little program here with Methodology from West Care, and we have the methodology players, so we want to call them the youngsters, the Josh, Noah, Victoria, and Ellie. And they'll be doing a little skit to begin with, and then we'll do a little interview with them, and they're going to be talking about underage drinking this time. Last time it was tobacco, and this time it's going to be underage drinking. They have a little 3, 4, or 5 different skits that you guys are going to be doing. We'll be presenting through the coming weeks.
Yeah.
But so we'll have Josh would be the interviewer, right? And the other 3 will be doing their skits. So, did you want to just?
And these kids are fantastic.
Well, yeah.
I want to say that we've had these kids on here before from Methodologies, and they're awesome. They're always awesome, and I applaud your involvement and your efforts in the work that you're doing. It's great.
So, are
Thank
you guys ready?
Yep.
Okay, let's turn the camera on. If Jeff's awake, yes, he is.
And now from Radio KNCC, we bring you the Party Hardy Party Line.
Hello, folks. My name is Lacey.
And I'm Casey, and we're the Party Guys, and this is
The Party Hardy Party Line, the radio talk show where we help you plan a great bash or gala event.
We're going right to our first listener. Caller, are you there?
Howdy, y'all. My name's Wanda.
Hi, Wanda. What's your question for the party line?
Well, I'm planning a big high school graduation party for my son and a bunch of his friends. I'm ordering a cake. A keg of beer, and of course, I'm taking away all their keys so they don't drink and drive.
Yes, I see where you're going.
My question is there anything else I can do to prepare for this big event?
Well, you're off to a great start, but we can certainly give you a few important tips on what you can do to prepare for this special night.
Tip number 1, check your homeowner's insurance and make sure you're covered for hospitalization in case a drunken student falls down your stairs or out a window.
Tip number 2, retain an attorney to handle your case when an injured student's parents file a civil suit against you.
Tip number 3, update your CPR certification so you're ready in the event of a binge-drinking student consumes so much alcohol he goes into respiratory arrest.
And speaking of arrest, set aside $500 bail since providing alcohol to a minor in Nevada is a misdemeanor.
And lastly, get a life. Some of those kids will eventually join the ranks of the 13 million alcoholics currently in the United States, and you're encouraging it.
And the younger they start, the more likely they are to have a drinking problem later in life.
Maybe I should give this a little more thought. Thank you.
That's all the time we have for today, folks. Be sure to join us again for
The
Party Hardy
Hardy
Party Line.
All right, thanks. Thanks, folks. So, you have some information on alcohol and underage drinking, and who's going to be talking about that, Josh? Or anybody? You want to be You want to be the spokesperson for that?
Sure.
Okay, it's all yours. Give him the mic back, and it's all yours.
Put it here if you want.
Okay, go ahead. What did you want to tell us about it? What's involved with underage drinking? What do we have to watch out for? What are some of the facts that we have to talk to the people about?
Well, you really need to watch out for it because it does have some pretty bad consequences in case of DUIs, like a year without a driver's license if you've already got it, or if you don't have it, it's 3 months, which is very bad, and it's up to about $2,000 fine. So if you don't really have that money and your parents have to pay, it's pretty bad. So yeah, and you also have to take about 8 hours in DUI driver school, which is also another $200. And if a death or injury occurs, it's from 22 to 20 years in prison. So
What are some of the signs that kids at school can look for in their friends, to like warning signs? Like maybe you think that this friend might be participating in drugs or alcohol. What are some of the signs that you can look for and to recognize in your friends so that other kids or other adults or family members can look for in a child to maybe tell them that maybe this child has a problem with drinking or drugs?
pretty much how they act, kind of like just notice if they go to a lot of parties a lot, just like try and ask people what those parties are and what they're participating in, like what they're doing there, and like if grades drop or they're acting a lot differently from how they usually. So that's pretty much mainly the signs.
So be aware of where your children are, first
Yes.
of all. Know where they're going, and watch for warning signs like grades, mood swings, maybe.
Yes.
Those are good signs. Good signs.
Yeah.
I think that you guys do great work with your skit. That was really powerful, that skit, because I think that there is probably people out there that think, oh, well, they're out of high school, they had an accomplishment. What's a beer or two here and there? But really, that's what can start someone off. Somebody that maybe didn't think about it, all their friends are doing it, it's at a party, the parents say it's okay, let's have a beer or two. And this may be a kid that never even thought about drinking before. To put that idea in their mind is probably not a good idea.
Yeah. And if someone comes up and asks you if you want to go get some drinks or something like that when you're younger, some of the things you could say is like, oh, I've got homework, or I've got an interview with someone, or how about we just go out for pizza instead, or something like that, or no, I really don't want to, because you really don't want to. It will mess up your life. Because, yeah.
So if somebody does find themselves in a situation where there is drugs or alcohol there, just kind of change their mind.
Back off, leave
Yeah.
is the best option. Yeah.
That's a good idea. There's one more thing I was going to ask you. What was it? You're like, I can't read your mind.
What's the message?
Well, the message is
Don't drink and drive.
don't drink and drive. Don't start to drink because it can lead to much worse things. And it can make your life,
Yeah.
it can turn your life in a direction you may not want to go.
Yeah.
Keeps
I'd like
that-
to talk about our shirt, too.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh, the cool shirts, yeah.
Do you guys?
Noah, you wanna
yeah.
stand up?
Noah should do it.
Sure.
Yeah. Dude. Yeah.
Okay.
It says Plant Hope, the Methodologies Project. That's what it says on the
Plant
shirt.
Hope Methodologies Project, and I don't know if you can see it right here, but we have a guy standing on the earth there. See? There. And Allie, can you turn around for a second so we can look at the back of this shirt here? Here it says hope, instructions for growing your life. And here it says plant hope, feed possibilities, and water with compassion. And these are like sort of directions for moving yourself along in your life, how you can keep a good life. And underneath all that, it says warning, protect from harm. So it's pretty much saying that don't rely on dangerous substances to move you along in your life. And then at the bottom it says Methodologies Project, because that's what we are.
I think that's the message right there, John. That's a great message. Did you guys help put together the logo and the message on
we
there?
work together to make the shirts, and every year it has to do with hope. The first year it was Got Hope. The second year it was Hope Rocks. Then last year it was I Have Hope, and then this year it's Plant Hope.
Nice. I love it. I saw you guys last year perform at the House of Blues, and you guys did great. You guys just did great. Are you going to do that again this year?
Yeah.
Yes.
Nice. I can't wait to see you there. It was great. Let's talk a little bit about your project. Can we do that?
Yeah.
About the Methodologies project itself? How would another child become involved in the Methodologies project?
Well, you could always visit us at 1161
There you
S
go.
Loop Road, and you could call us at 775-751-6990, or you could fax us at 775-751-6992, or you could email us, or the person who is in charge of it, elizabethwinters@westcare.com.
And that's Francie. Some of us out there know her as Francie. And you're located right by Ace Hardware.
Yes.
So right in there. So when are sign-ups? Do we know when the sign-ups are for that? So whenever. Just come up. If you want to be involved, Methodologies does great work. You travel all over to schools all over, do skits to teach young people about the dangers of alcohol and drugs. And even, don't you do projects about bullying too?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And you're going on a trip.
We just recently got back from a tour.
Oh, you got back from a tour. Okay.
Yeah, and we went.
Let's go
up,
to them.
We went up to Beatty and we did a show for the community there. And then the following day we went up to Round Mountain and performed at the middle high school there.
Nice. What was your response there from the kids?
Great crowd. They were awesome. Very responsive. They clapped a lot, laughed at all the right parts. It was a really great crowd.
That's awesome. What kind of feedback? Go back to them. I'm just going to give them a question. What kind of feedback have you gotten from your friends and family? And have you heard any stories about how this maybe touched something in their heart?
Well, one of the little skits we do, it's called Masks. It's about how kids will sometimes put a mask on of like cheerfulness, sadness, anger to cover their real emotions. And we once got a letter back from someone who was really touched by this, and they were like, yeah, I kind of have a mask too, and I can see where you get inspiration for this, and you really taught me a lot, stuff like that. So yeah.
So you changed that person's life. That's awesome. Good job. That's awesome. So if any youth out there want to get involved in the Methodologies project, there's also another guitar lesson. Get the free guitar lessons through the through Rest Care. It's Positive Action. Is that what it's called? Those sign ups are in July. I'm sorry, I can't speak today. Those sign ups are in July. Right now, the Methodologies project, you can sign up at any time, and then they'll let you know when the startup can be. And the Positive Action sign ups, you just sign up, and then they'll let you know when you can start with the next group. I think both of those projects are great. I think if we can keep doing the work that you're doing and reach the kids, like the one person that wrote you the letter, I mean, you probably changed the direction of that person's life. And that's huge. That's huge. That's one less lost soul and one person who's going to be happier because of the work you did. That's fantastic. Thank you very much for doing that. So,
And what's the phone number again?
775-751-6990.
Right. That's West Care's number, 1161 South Loop Road, Suite B. Sorry, I haven't memorized that for many years.
and West Care has a lot of other programs for adults. They don't just have the youth programs, they have adult programs. You want to just briefly go over that, just in case somebody might need help with one of those other issues?
Alcohol
West
and
Care
drug
handles.
rehab in Las Vegas, and we have outpatient care here in town, but you'd have to call the number to get more information on them. So,
But if somebody I just wanted to get that out there so somebody, if they needed it, they could call the number and find out.
yes.
Okay. Cool. So do you have another skit? I don't want to put you on the spot, but it was great.
Yeah.
I thought maybe we'd close with that. I love it. So actually, let me kind of go to you guys and ask, what got you interested in the project in the first place? In the Methodologies project?
I know three of us, we like to act, and we got interested in it because of the acting part. And I used to live in Maine, and I was in a program there that was similar but without the acting. We did the anti-drug, and we tried to get rid of bullying and stuff in the schools, and we did stuff like that. And so I thought it was cool that two things that I really enjoyed were combined into one.
Nice. How about you?
I followed her. She heard about it from one of her friends, and so we decided to, we'll give it a shot. Showed up. Liked it.
Nice. And you guys are doing great in it. How about you two? How about you? Why did you get involved?
Well, the reason I kind of got involved was I wanted to get into the acting business, like be a director or something like that, because I really think it's cool. You get to do all these things, travel different places, and also I think it's great that we're telling people that they need to not do drugs and not be bullies and just really be nice, pretty much.
You can use your craft to send positive messages.
Yes.
That's awesome. And how about you, Allie?
Well, I like to act a lot, and so it was really fun doing that. And we also sing some songs for the end of our show if we do some important shows, I guess, around town or on tour. We sing a couple songs for the finale, which is really cool. So
Nice. Nice. That's awesome. And I know some of you play instruments too.
Yep.
So that we'll have to do another show and bring your guitars on.
Hey, what are you doing here?
Huh?
How'd you get here? What are you doing here? That's good for the goose is good for the gander.
John,
John.
I was on a committee. I came up to do a show about the committee. And I just liked it. So I just kept showing my face up here. And then eventually now, 5 years later, here I am, still sitting next to this dude.
Yeah. So anyway, we would love to thank you so much for coming here. You're part of West Care, underneath Francie's tutelage. And you're doing a real fine job, kids. And we need more kids to see you as models in our little town here. So thank you for doing what you're doing. We need more of you.
Kudos.
Yeah.
Very, very awesome.
So once again, if you need to get more information on that, 751-6990, and ask for Francie Winters. She's in charge of methodologies.
There's a lot of information up there too. A lot of these pamphlets you can get up at the office too. Oh, at the coalition. Oh, we gotta have them on
Nice
too.
Community
Nice Community Coalition.
Stacy
What a
Smith.
fantastic place. I love that place. They have information on anything you could possibly need. If they don't have it, they'll get it for you. So, West Care, if you need more information about methodologies, positive action, or drug and alcohol treatment, you'd call 751-6990, right? Yes, 751-6990.
Yep.
The PAC fundraiser, Spring Fling Cowboy Thing, March 5th, 2011, Saturday, 7 to 10 p.m. at the Nugget. And if you want more information, is it 751-6776? No. 751. We're all on the spot.
What?
For the PAC office.
I don't remember PAC.
Okay, look in the phone book, get the
Look in the
PAC if
phone
you want to
book.
find out more information about the PAC fundraiser, call them.
Also, we're starting up, getting ready for the town cleanup, which is gonna be May 7th. So you'll hear a lot more in the
Mm-hmm.
coming weeks for that. And we thank you for watching us. We
Thank
repeat
you.
on
Sunday
Sunday
morning,
mornings at 6:30. Thank you, youngsters.
Thank you, Jeff, for
And thanks to the oldsters
wonderful
here.
talent teaching our show every week.
Yes.
Thank you, Rosie, for being behind the camera tonight.
All right.
Thank you, Francie, for bringing these awesome kids.
Good evening, and thanks for watching.
Good night.